Live from Toast Studios in New York City, it's the Hospitality Hangout podcast with the restaurant guy and the finance guy. Toast empowers the restaurant community to delight guests, do what they love, and thrive. That's Toast, toasttab.com. Jimbo, take us over. We got a great show.
We do indeed. I want to welcome you all more formally to the Hospitality Hangout, a hospitality-focused podcast where the founders of Brand Hospitality Group share their insights and bring technology and innovation leaders that are making things happen in the industry we love. My name is Jimmy Frischling, otherwise known as the finance guy. I'm going to pass it back to my brother from another mother, Mr. Michael Schatzberg, also known as the restaurant guy, and I don't want to steal any of Schatz's.
Not today, Jimmy. Not today. Not today. I had an espresso. I'm charged up. I'm ready to go. And I got to tell you, we got one crazy show. And yes, we are Branded Hospitality. We sit at the intersection of hospitality, technology, investments, restaurants, deal making, mergers, acquisitions, multi-unit restaurant brands, burgers, cookies, ice cream, you name it, Jimmy, and we sit at the intersection of that. But Jimmy, before we get started, I got to tell you, there's something that's been on my mind, and I'm struggling with it last night. Actually, last night I slept really well. I just got back from COEX, Jimmy. You know, I was in Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Yeah, you know what? I had no barbecue. You know why I didn't have any barbecue in Kansas City?
Why is that?
Because it gives me indigestion every time I have it. Terrible indigestion. Everyone's like, oh, you gotta go to this barbecue place. They get like the burnt tips or burnt ends or something like that. I get burping that stuff up. I can't. I gotta. It's not for me. It's not for me.
Shatz, I gotta tell you, not the most welcoming way to start a show, telling our listeners of your indigestion and otherwise. I got to say.
Well, no, I didn't have indigestion. That's what I was saying.
But if you had barbecue, you would.
Yes, I would have. So I'm not telling them I did. I'm telling them I didn't. I feel like I would be very excited. Now, you know what? I went to Oceans. You know, Oceans Prime, Jimmy.
Yes.
Dave Miller hooked me up over there. I got to tell you, that place continues to just rock it out. They do so. They just do so well. I love it. Really had a great time over there. It was great seeing everybody. I was supposed to talk about Toast some more, but I got to tell you, I'm not going to do it right now because I'll talk about them. So I'll talk about them later. But you know how much we love Toast. They're killing it. They got like 400,000 restaurants now. I don't know what they're doing over there, but I got to tell you, everyone loves Toast. Because you know why, Jimmy? You know why I can't talk about Toast right now?
Why is that?
Well, first I'm just going to say one thing because we have two incredible guests sitting here in the studio, two of the best looking guests we've ever had. I've said that before, Jimmy, but this time I really mean it. Like these two guys, you put them together. Like if they were to have a baby, I can't even imagine how good looking that kid would be. I mean, it would be unbelievable. I mean, really. I mean, they're two of the best looking. But I got to say, I'm not going to do a whole big Toast plug. I'm just going to do my Toast. You know, I did the jingle for them, Jimmy. You know they hired me to do a jingle, right?
Yes.
We love Toast, toasttab.com. We love Toast. It's the best POS in the world. So go get Toast and make your restaurant more profitable. That's toasttab.com. Okay, that's it, Jimmy. You can take it away now.
I literally just got a text asking if we could remove Toast from the back of our walkthrough. They're like, after that banner. Listen, actually, we do love Toast, and that they are going to play a role in this discussion.
They are.
But listen, let's get into it because when you have an episode like this, you have guests like this, and we have a reason for coming together. I think we shouldn't bury the lead. We're very excited. We're very excited today. I consider this a most special episode.
Are we breaking news, Jimmy? Just tell me if we're breaking news.
Well, I don't think we broke it, but we're certainly pretty close. It broke just about 48 hours ago. But as opposed to our normal programming, we are breaking some news with our friends, our partners, our returning guests. Two of the most frequent names that appear on the infamous B list that the machine identifies. We have Mr. Gregg Majewski, the founder and CEO of Craveworthy Brands. We have Mr. Josh Halpern, the CEO of Big Chicken. Boom. A double CEO episode. And Chatsy, what is the news that we're breaking? Because I see our producer gave that to you, sir.
Oh, I got to tell you, I didn't know. Okay. Wait a minute. Sorry, Jimmy. This is just coming in on the wires. I hear it. Here it is. Just in. Big Chicken. That's right. Big Chicken has joined the Craveworthy Brands family. You were here at first, okay? First, no one has broken the story first. This is the first. But who's counting? This is the first podcast with Gregg and Josh doing it together as partners. That's right, partners now. Big Chicken is now part of the Craveworthy Brands family. Gregg Majewski now has over 400 brands and 10,000 restaurants. That's right. I said it, Jimmy. So let's jump right in because it's a great one.
As always, lead the numbers to me. Mr. Majewski, welcome back to the show. And the industry is buzzing about Craveworthy Brands becoming the manager partner of our friend, Mr. Josh Halpern's company, Big Chicken. Can you walk us through how this deal came about? What was the initial conversation that sparked this collaboration? And for you, sir, what made you realize there was potential for something bigger bigger and better together with Crave and Big Chicken?
So, I mean, it started when I got bamboozled and led over one night in Vegas.
Wait, did you say bamboozled or bamboozled?
Bamboozled.
Whatever.
You were bamboozled.
I'm a little tired. You know how hard all these deals are?
You look so good, though. I got to
tell us, Greg. Tell us, Greg.
After that evening, I got led over to meet the board and the partners of Big Chicken. And Josh had it worked out that I was going to be asked to join the board of Big Chicken. That was almost 2 years ago at this point. And after that, and after being a part of the company and helping them walk through, almost a year ago today, it was actually May, at the restaurant show in Chicago, I made my first attempt to come into Big Chicken. And they shot me down. Absolutely not. We're good. We're going to go ahead and continue going down our rate. Not going to happen. Made another offer. No. And finally, after just beating the door down, they finally agreed to let me come in. And
what was the final thing? What was it? What'd you say? What happened?
We can truly help you get to the level that you want at a much quicker speed than you're going at now. With our expertise and our playbook, we're able to drive this to bigger and better.
It's all about right timing, right? And it's the right time right now.
Listen, Big Chicken has had tremendous growth. In fact, and we can talk about some of the accolades that you guys have accomplished. This business was launched in 2018. You have, I think it's just shy of 50 stores open. You'll do the breakdown of tradition units versus non-traditional. I think you have a pipeline now of over 300 locations. For those who don't know, and if you don't know this, I respectfully think you may live under a rock, but NBA legend, Hall of Famer, Dream Teamer, Shaquille O'Neal, Dr. Shaquille O'Neal is your founding partner. What for you, Josh, made this the right time to join forces with Craveworthy? And how does this partnership accelerate what you've already been building?
For me, it was very simple, right? We've been saying now for a while that our sole business objective is to have a maniacal focus on our franchisees' unit level economics, top line, bottom line, costs, all of it. And one of the things we recognized was we as a system
that
were
is
not
a
as
political answer.
It is.
What's maniacal even mean?
Maniacal. It
What the hell
means
is that? You're always using big words.
no stone unturned.
Why don't you just say that?
Fine. Then we'll change the objective to a no stone unturned take on.
Jimmy likes maniacal. He likes those big SAT words.
Yeah. Maniacal. If that's an SAT word for you, Shats, now I get why you're
I got to tell you, it's not an SAT word. It's not even a word for me. It's just not a word.
So anyway, we recognize we need to get tighter operationally, and there's no one better in this business at getting tighter operationally and helping people turn over every stone than Gregg, right? It's why I wanted Gregg to join the board, why I, was able to get my board to meet with Gregg on the deck of Beer Park, and how this relationship started, not just with Gregg and myself, but Gregg and our board. And it feels right in every possible way for us to be joining the Craveworthy family.
Josh, I want to stick with you, but I we're having some fun together, and this is, by the way, for those of you who can see us on the screen, you may notice that I've been booted out of the our podcast studio. And let me rephrase that.
We only have three mics in here, Jimbo.
I was happy to step out
Coach
because
should really get you like a fourth desk.
Yeah,
if Kelly Eston is listening, it should be in next year's budget.
That's been part of the budget.
Yeah,
part of the budget.
Honestly,
but the truth is, these are Gregg and his team at Craveworthy, and Josh and his team at Big Chicken are great friends and partners of Branded. We all got to know each other, and I'll give a shout out to our friend Mr. Jeff Alexander, who consistently brings his crew together. We've spent a lot of time together.
Silver plate.
Yeah, I think you have
Jeff
to now
Alexander.
say
That's like
Jeff, silver plate nominee.
That's
Silver
a
plate nominee.
PFD right there.
Yeah, you got to say.
Silver plate.
He's a
he
big
will-
deal.
If he doesn't win, it's going to be like the biggest sham ever.
Yes.
Because
It's a big
there's
deal.
no one that
But-
should win more than him.
We
Come
agree.
on.
But can you imagine how sad he will be if he does not win?
I couldn't even imagine. And he lives in Chicago, and the awards are in Chicago.
Maybe everyone listening should text him or send him a
we
LinkedIn
vote?
message
Is
right
there-
now, wishing him good luck.
Is there voting going on now? Can we write in, or is that vote? Is it done? Is it already established, or is there voting?
I heard Jimmy, the finance guy, was taking a bag of money to make sure he wins.
Is that? Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, if you haven't voted for the Silver Plate winner, I encourage everyone to go to silverplateawards.com and put your vote in now. Silverplateawardsdinner.com.
This segment of the podcast is sponsored by Wow Bow. Whenever you want to bow, make sure it's a Wow Bow. But no, this is a group that knows each other well, and as we try to have some fun on the podcast, this is certainly going to be that. But I want to bring it back for a second to Josh, your one of your founders, and that is Mr. Shaquille O'Neal. He has a large in life personality. He has incredible.
It's Dr. O'Neal for you, Jimmy.
Dr. O'Neal, Jimmy.
Dr. O'Neal. He has incredible childhood memories of his mama's cooking, and I'd like you to talk a little bit about that. But Shaq is all about big fun. Big Chicken is all about big fun, big smiles, having big days. Can you talk a little bit about how this new partnership with Craveworthy, how will Shaq's involvement evolve or expand or shift in any way, shape, or form? And what conversations did you have, with Shaq and some of your, Dr. O'Neal and the board about, bringing this into the Crave family?
Yeah, he's all in, right? I mean, look, it's Shaquille's birthday. We have free ice cream cones in every store. He, last week on Inside the NBA, they had a game in San Antonio, or a San Antonio game in Austin, where we have a Big Chicken in the arena. They're literally eating Big Chicken on air, talking about our sandwiches. Charles Barkley giving him on why we no longer have a sandwich called the Charles Barkley, and Shaquille giving it right back, saying, your lawyer made us take it off when you did the Subway deal. And Chuck saying, well, that Subway deal's done. Get my name back on your menu. So, it's
He
an incredible
said,
clip.
fire the guy.
He said, fire the lawyer.
I saw that live.
Yeah.
I saw that live when I was watching, and I was thinking of you, and I was thinking of Gregg. Obviously, we knew this was in the works, and I kept thinking, oh my God, the entire NBA, the NBA. Forgetting the name, Kenny
Inside
the Jet.
the NBA. Yeah.
Inside the NBA, Kenny the Jet, Charles Barkley, Shaq are all talking. Kenny wants a sandwich. Shaq is going to fire fire the lawyer.
A lot being worked on right now in that regard, but it's but that's where he wants to be. He wants to really be about this brand. He really wants to be about the fun of this brand, the soul of this brand, the experience of this brand. None of that changes with Crave coming in. He couldn't be more excited for Craveworthy to be coming in. For Shaquille and his Mama Lucille, and every time I see Mama Lucille, it's, Josh, thank you for taking care of the O'Neal family business, and it's a really awesome thing.
I love it. Let's really get some serious questions in, okay, Jimmy? Because we're a very serious show, and everyone knows that. Most people listen to the Hangout because they know that we're serious.
Yeah, we just need to keep it as elementary school vocabulary, apparently.
Well, yeah, I got to keep it light. Yeah. But Gregg, Craveworthy now has it's 15 or 16, or this is the 17th brand.
This one will be 16.
This is 16 distinct
Sweet
brands.
16.
The Sweet 16. So for you, managing all these different concepts, I mean, what's the philosophy? How do you do it? How many days do you work? Like, what time do you get up in the morning?
4 a.m.
4 a.m. And give me a day in the life of Gregg Majewski. You wake up, everyone's sleeping, quiet in the house. What happens?
I answer emails like any name.
Are you in bed? Are you on the laptop? Is it the phone?
Gotta be in bed still.
In bed, answering emails.
Uh-huh.
All right. When do you get out of bed?
About 5:15.
An hour and 15 minutes of emailing.
Yes.
It's a lot of emailing.
There's a lot of
email. Okay, then what?
I was emailing Greg this morning.
And what about coffee? Is coffee part of the whole thing?
Coffee doesn't happen until I get to the office.
Really?
Uh-huh.
So it's 5:15. You're done emailing. You get downstairs, assuming you have an upstairs.
Uh-huh.
Could be a ranch style. Could be a ranch. He goes downstairs.
We shower. We get ready. We go to work.
Who's the we?
Huh. me.
Yeah, yeah. It's
my wife's page is up at 2. I mean, but
So you shower up, you get there. What time are you in the office then?
Usually by 7.
So you're in the office at 7 o'clock, you get the coffee, and then really you roll up the sleeves, and what happens now? Tell us.
And then we look at the numbers from yesterday, like any normal operator would.
So you look at everything yesterday. All 15 brands.
All 15 brands. And
Got
then, now 16.
Okay.
And then usually you have to pick up the phone because I'm pissed about something.
You're angry.
It's the restaurant business.
Right. So you start firing off angry emails, maybe even calling some people.
Oh, no, then it's phone calls.
Phone calls.
You don't want a phone call from me between 6:30 and 8 after I see something.
I only want to
see
see
to be a bad
needs
guy.
to kick in.
I only like to speak to Gregg at like 5:30, 6 o'clock Eastern time.
I mean, but in this industry, you're always on. So anyone who's in this industry works 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
It's just the way it is. And
Right.
it doesn't change if you have one restaurant or, a couple hundred. It's the same process.
But I think what people don't understand, when you have, like you said, when you have one brand and one restaurant, when you acquire another, it's literally another business. It's a whole nother company. It's really, so you literally have 16 brands, but they're really 16 separate companies to a degree,
Yeah,
right?
but that's what makes us different than everyone else. We don't think that
We
there
don't
are
think that way.
16 different brands.
So we're getting to the secret sauce now.
So
Can we say this? Is
Hey.
everyone under NDA? Jimmy?
I advertise my playbook.
Jimmy, you're half lawyer. Are we allowed to discuss these things?
We are allowed. In fact, one of the things I really love about Gregg and what he's doing at Craveworthy is he is absolutely trying to help the industry, help operators get better. So he shares a lot of information. At the end of the day, people will choose to buy into it, not buy into it, and clearly they're 15, now 16 brands. Well, some Crave has created, but they've acquired brands in part because people are buying into the playbook of how to execute efficiently, operational excellence. So yeah, Gregg, you can share what you want. My sense is Gregg will share a lot, and that will be what people know, but Gregg will not share everything he knows.
No, he won't. He won't. And you know what, Jimmy? I don't think we have enough time in the day for him to share everything he knows. We'd have to spend weeks upon weeks upon weeks.
I don't have enough time to sit here
Yeah,
to
I mean,
do
you
that.
can't. So are we gonna start cross-pollinating? I mean, obviously you get economics, economies of scale with all these brands.
So
does the Big Chicken help? Does it change anything of your approach?
Every brand that we bring in changes what we do because it
Okay.
increases the buying power of the conglomerate.
So you're going in and buying more chicken now.
More chicken, more breading, better contracts on sauce manufacturers.
All right, chicken guys out there, be ready.
But also more media, right?
Everything.
Yeah.
I mean, every aspect of the business when you're able to function with that many restaurants. Big Chicken has 50 stores today. I mean, 27 of them brick and mortar, 13 in the non-traditional. They have their platform, but they don't have a ton of media dollars yet. They don't have a ton of buying power yet
Right.
because they're 50.
Right.
Now add that 50 to 225 other restaurants,
Oh,
and you now have a much bigger buying power.
I see what's going on
So
here.
when you come into our system, typically, and this was before we added some of the last bigger ones, we were saving people instantly 3 to 4%.
Just because you're buying better.
Yep.
Buying
Instantly.
more chicken, buying paper goods, whatever it is, you're buying better. Well, let me ask you something else. You talk about buying power now. I know that you're all in on toast.
Yes.
All of your. Now, I happen to know for a fact. Now, I don't know what to tell you. I know for a fact Big Chicken is not a toast customer.
Guess what?
What?
Breaking news.
Breaking
Breaking
news.
news.
Play the music again,
Wait a
chaps.
minute. Jesus Christ. I got to tee this up. Are you telling me that now Big Chicken will become a toast customer?
As soon as we signed our deal,
Mhm.
I signed a deal to make Big Chicken a toast company.
All right, wait a minute. Let me just. Ladies and gentlemen, this just coming over the wires. Toast stock has just moved up 25%. They've just sold another 50 POS systems. The stock is up. The stock is up. Jimmy, it's a mover and a shaker right now.
David Faber, eat your heart out.
Yeah.
We work with all the companies on this banner back here: Pepsi, Toast, DoorDash. So if Anyone who sponsors the show, we're gonna.
Is that how it works? So
Well,
So
not really.
Pepsi.
yeah, but Greg, I thought we were talking to Pepsi. You said that your contract's up with Coke, and we're going to talk to Pepsi.
I said when it's up with Coke, we'll have a conversation.
We'll have a conversation.
Pepsi is more than willing to buy us out. If they want to buy me out and make a great offer, they can
By
back
the way,
up the truck.
Now that's inside baseball. Pepsi, give Greg a call. Listen, I want to go to Josh, back to Greg, and then back to Josh with the following. First of all-
Wait. Start over again, Jimmy. I need to follow that. What are you doing?
So this question is for Shax.
Nope. Yes, exactly. I'm going to Josh, and then I'm coming right back to you, Greg. But Josh, you mentioned the media side, and Greg just mentioned marketing dollars. One of the challenges for emerging companies is again, there's whether it's scarcity of dollars, but also the what some companies will give you for your marketing budgets. Can you talk a little bit about what Dr. O'Neill, let's say, has brought to Big Chicken from a media perspective or impressions? You mentioned the inside the NBA, but also now kind of how that translates into what we aspire to do with the collective Big Chicken Crave family. But because you gave me some digital numbers around Big Chicken and Shack, that's kind of amazing.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, media is really about how many people see the brand, how they interact with the brand. It's not necessarily about how much you spend, right? Plenty of people will spend a lot of money on media and get nothing for it, like the people that buy Super Bowl commercials for $6 million for 30 seconds of glory and yet no left, right? Because of Shaquille, we're in the news a lot. The media picks us up, PR picks us up. Last year we had 7.5 billion media impressions in PR, and that is a very, very challenging thing to go do. Billion with a B.
Billion.
Yeah.
So a billion, anything's a lot, right?
Yeah.
I mean, anything but a billion, right? I mean, even if they're just impressions, it's still a lot.
It's a lot. So we get a lot of awareness, and we get a lot of people at our grand openings because local news coverage has been really, really good to us because of how many people love Shaquille. So when we talk about better media buying power, it allows us to augment things on social and in other ways. But, I mean, we're still going to drive a lot of top-of-mind awareness through public relations.
One of the things I do love about what you said, also what you guys do, is your media impressions are authentic. It is truly fun. I saw one recently where a young woman was posted a little short video of herself with a Shaquille O'Neal carve out, and then Shaquille reposted it. Yeah. And that thing blew up. Here's a woman just having a good time, having some fun, and there's your founder. Basically,
it's amazing. I mean, she tagged him in her post. She tagged Big Chicken in her post. We put it up, but so did he, right? Because Shaquille loves fun. Our franchisees every day are like, what do we need to get him to post more? Just create fun.
Create fun.
Create fun. He is a fun junkie. He loves fun. What he's not going to do is like, here's a generic photo, whatever. But when there's true fun that brings a smile to Shaquille's face, he knows it's going to bring a smile to everyone else's. He'll put it up.
Big fun. Greg, I think those who know you, first of all, know how intense you are about your work and how much you care about your brands, your these unit stores, the people. But you do represent, in Brandon's opinion, operational excellence, and I think you've been doing this for a long time. Now, as you're stepping in to really oversee and help drive and use your playbook for the benefit of operations for Big Chicken, if you're able to, any immediate changes or directional things you're thinking about implementing, if you could share at this point.
I mean, we're going to be laser focused on the ops of the four walls. The operations and the way our franchisees are led, and becoming a true partner with them, even bigger than what they were before. So anyone that has heard me talk about franchising, it's the American dream. It's something that I truly believe is an opportunity for people to create generational wealth through. And to do that, you have to realize that they're your partners. They're in this battle with you day in and day out, and they have to be treated as such. So we'll be in their restaurants every 4 to 6 weeks. We will be helping them lower food costs, labor costs, help with LSM, but we will be their operating partner. They're going to be so sick of the level of service that they get, but they're going to respect it because we're going to be there every day fighting for them. And that's
when you say we, who exactly is the we in this? Will that be you? Will you be in every store?
I actually have already hit 10.
Because I think that's what everyone wants to know. Will you? I mean, you're up at 4.
I will hit a ton. I mean, Josh and I will be in Reno next week. We will hit 2 out there. I will be in Rosemont on Thursday to celebrate Shaq's birthday. I mean, so we are continually and always in the restaurants. I mean, every time I'm in New York, you guys know that I go off and I visit my restaurants.
You do. You really don't stop working. It's really it's inspiring. It's exhausting, and I love it.
You can't run your restaurant and your team can't believe you know what they go through every day. Then
they're not buying into
shitty
it
leader
because they're buying into you. As much as the
100%.
brands. They need you because you're the guy that's really leading the charge.
And I have worked with CEOs. I've been around CEOs. I've been around people that are very, very successful that fake it and don't know what the restaurant operators need. And if you're going to build a culture, you've got to be present. And that culture is what drives any business. Mm-hmm. And there's some incredible ones that have now gotten great promotions. Scott Boatwright, he was in his restaurants.
Yeah.
He knew, lived, breathed, being in there every day. And
who do you think's better looking, you or Scott?
Oh, by far, Scott.
Yeah, I just
Scott
want to make sure you felt the same way. I mean, that guy's an Adonis.
But also he has the beach life now, and he gets to drive around in his fancy cars.
No, but he does. He does work hard. He was a busboy or dishwasher when he started, so he knows. Yeah,
he's a hospitality hustler. This segment of the podcast is sponsored by Chipotle.
Yeah, I wish so. He is a hustler. You're hustlers.
We will send you our advice. No, one of the things I love about this crew, and Josh, I know we joked about it earlier, but it was your maniacal focus on unit economics for the benefit of your franchisees. Gregg, it is your obsession with being in the trenches with your franchisees. And I'll say, Brandon, not a plug, just we're operator centric. We believe if we're identifying tech innovation and otherwise that's good for operators, we win when the people that are driving these unit stores or otherwise, when they win, we win, help them do better with their guests. For Josh, I guess one of my questions, the operations of Big Chicken, you have been maniacally focused. I went to your franchisee event.
Maniacal, what the heck?
It's so on brand to me.
The word of the day.
I do.
Josh uses it all the time.
Yes, I went to the franchisee conference that Big Chicken hosted, and what I thought was amazing, besides the fact that Dr. Neal showed up, guest speaker Dana White showed up, your tech partners, your tech vendors were in the room and never told to leave. You wanted the whole crew to hear the story and be part of this and feel connected to it. But talk to me about the operations that you're most excited, or what makes you excited to work with Gregg and his team as you focus on these maniacal focus. Yes, I won't use the word again.
I mean, Jimmy, it's enough right with maniacal. All right, find another word. Go on Google. Get the thesaurus out and find something else.
Schatz, you know what it is? If we were just like, we're focused on it, they'd be like, piss off. But maniacal gives it a certain heft.
Get with maniacal. 6 maniacals.
For us operationally, I mean, we have multi-unit, multi-concept partners, right? I think we were talking to them a little bit higher level than we should have been. We're going to drive this deep into the weeds and make sure they go after every single penny, right? Every single smile of a guest, every single everything. And that's really where Gregg's playbook comes into full effect, right? We want to leave nothing hanging out. Let's go get everything for our franchisees. And that's why I'm really excited about it, man.
That's maniacal.
It's
diabolical. It's what it is. It's diabolical. It's not diabolical.
Don't say diabolical, because now the franchisees will put that underneath.
If you have Shatsy's
phone that's number, what we need.
Big Chicken with maniacal.
If you have Shatsy's phone number, text him right now. Maniacal.
All right, we got to jump into a quick break. You know why? Because we're going to jump into Hot or Not and the branded quickfire when we come back. So sit tight. We're going to be right back with these two legends, rock stars, two of the best looking CEOs we've ever had on the show. So stay with us. We'll be right back, everybody. Hey, everybody. If you're a restaurant or hotel business, you know how crucial it is to manage costs without sacrificing quality. That's where FoodBuy, the largest GPO in the industry, comes in. With FoodBuy, you gain access to exclusive pricing, unmatched buying power, and a vast network of trusted suppliers, all designed to help you save time and money. Whether you're running a high-end hotel or a bustling restaurant, FoodBuy is your one-stop partner to streamline purchasing and get the best deals. Want to see how they're changing the game? Visit foodbuy.com today and take your supply chain to the next level. That's foodbuy.com, making smarter purchasing easier than ever.
got the Pepsi.
Jimmy.
And we're back.
And we are back with a little hot or not.
Jimmy's going to bring in like
All right, here we go.
next.
Gregg and Josh, this is the first time ever. This is the first. We're going to play hot or not with two people and Jimmy. Okay, I've never done this before, so bear with me. This is going to be very complicated, all right? Gregg, you say your answer first, then Josh, you say yours, okay? And if you disagree, it's okay. Maybe should I turn headsets off so you can't hear their answers? I can do that.
Let's roll.
All right, rolling. All right, hot or not? Gregg, fast food, fine dining pop-ups.
They're hot, unfortunately.
Josh, same question.
They're hot.
Dynamic pricing. Gregg, hot or not?
Not.
Josh, same question to you.
Depends on the channel, but overall
All right, listen
not.
to me. Listen to me.
Hot or not?
Yeah,
it's
hot or
one
not.
word.
I mean-
Or
I didn't know what you said there. I mean, honestly,
Or.
you can't just. It's maniacal. You know what you are? You're
Not.
maniacal. Spicy food challenges. Hot or not, Gregg?
Hot.
Josh? Well, let me tell you. I've been thinking about this, for many days. Oh, hot. Just copy. I should have turned the headset off. Charging for bread baskets. Is that hot or not?
Not.
It's not hot.
And stupid.
And stupid. Not and stupid. So it's stupid is, stupid does.
unfortunately, living in New York, it's hot.
Look at that.
It's now more upscale than it used to be.
Jimmy, I don't know. Can you handle this, Jimmy? I got so many hots and knots I can't even keep track. Did you write anything down?
I always take notes. Taking notes. I want to start with where these gentlemen agreed on the fine dining pop-ups. I would love their expand upon. I should tell you what. So we have two guests. Mr. Majewski, why don't you comment on fine dining pop-ups? And Mr. Halpern, I'm coming back to you on spicy food challenges and contests. You both got hots from each other. So Mr. Majewski, the fine dining pop-ups, sir. Hot.
I mean, it's hot because every pop-up is hot. So it's just another segment trying to find a way to make something unique and exciting. And they're not the ones who started it. They're actually following us for the first time.
Wait, so Craveworthy started pop-up?
Craveworthy.
Is that
but
breaking news?
QSR and fast casual, are the ones that sort of drove pop-ups.
Right.
Now you have fine dining for the first time, sort of following a playbook out of our world to drive to see if something works.
We're going to a great one in Vegas with whatever next week.
Yeah, that's more than a pop-up.
Whatever, it's still.
But they started popping up during events like U.S. Open and stuff like that, and it worked, right? So then they said, well, where else can we do it?
I was nodding in part. First, yes, it's happening a lot, but I love that it's now fine dining somewhat following the lead. The tip of the spear was the QSRs and the fast casuals, and they were testing the waters. We were out last night, Gregg and Josh, and these guys started, moving a grill around different venues and basically popping up. I mean, well, let's just say I love that the lead dog in this kind of activity was the QSRs and the fast casual.
And they have huge success with that first location. I mean, last night we were at one, and the guy's doing over $4 million now on his brick and mortar location.
Yeah,
that
so
started as a pop-up. It
started as a pop-up. By the way, okay, Josh, I said I was coming back to you. Spicy food contest, I think is what Dr. Schatzberg had mentioned. He does have a doctorate. He has a master's in something. I'll figure out what it is.
Thank you, Jimmy. No, I'm a fellow.
A fellow. You're
I'm a fellow.
You are a fellow. That is
true.
true.
So you got to call me. Do me a favor. Just say fellow Shats, please.
Fellow Shats.
Thank you.
Never going to happen.
I'm a fellow. Fellow Shats.
Josh, spicy foods contest and whatnot. Please expand.
Yeah, I don't know if a week's gone by in the last 2 years where someone hasn't texted me or sent me on Instagram the video of Shaquille doing the one chip challenge, right? Like, people try to get social followers, they try to get likes, they try to get all these things. And there's nothing better than watching someone take a bite out of something they shouldn't be eating and watching their head literally explode. I think last year at Fast Casual Executive Summit, they had a game of big Dave's Hot Chicken Roulette, right? Remember that?
Four people. I saw four heads explode.
There were 20 people on stage. 4 of them were the extra ghost hot, and the other 16 were like mild sandwiches.
It's not that hot, though.
Well, for some it is. And we watched those people literally go out of their mind.
They're going to have to try the new big chicken sauce that is coming.
The new big chicken sauce with the ghost pepper.
That's breaking news.
Yeah, that's breaking news. Yeah, we'll show you.
Chicken.
Where's the dun 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 dun? You're blowing it, Shats. You're blowing it.
Wait, what was just to have? Was there some music there?
That was breaking news.
breaking news.
Something.
You did
Oh, yeah, I
No,
get
it's
that.
over.
Go.
We don't want it.
New menu item.
No, it's
new
over.
menu
It's
item.
done.
This is just coming through on the wires. Big Chicken.
Yeah.
Big Chicken is announcing a new sauce. What's it called?
Wow, that's
We
fine.
don't have a name
It's
yet.
over. Shut this down.
What is it? We blew it. All right, we blew it. All right, listen, let's get into something even more exciting and more interesting. We're going to get right into, right now, we're getting into which came first. Are you ready? You ready?
Ready.
All right, here we go. Jimmy, you don't have the answer, so you can play.
I can play. I do not have the answers.
All right, here we go. Which came first, okay? Greg, which came first? Well, yeah, all right, I don't even know how to play because we have so many people here. Which came first, Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts? What came first?
Duncan.
Dunkin'? Josh?
Duncan.
Jimmy?
What do you think? I'm a schmuck? I'm gonna
I don't
disagree
think you're a
with you.
schmuck. I've never said it to your face.
Duncan.
Dunkin' is first. 1950. Starbucks was founded in 1971. Older than most people would have thought, though, right?
Yeah.
Which came first, the spoon or forks? My brother said the
I'm
finger.
gonna have to
the
say
finger.
fork.
Fork came first, Josh.
I'm going to go spoon.
Ooh.
Jimmy?
All right. I'm going spoon, Mr. Halpern.
It is the spoon. The spoon dates back to prehistoric times.
But they had to stab something first
That was
to
a
eat
spear.
it.
Yeah, that wasn't a fork.
That is the beginning of a fork.
I didn't say it at the beginning of a fork. I
Wait,
said a
it's
fork.
a fork.
Rhymes.
The fork was common in Europe in the 11th century, so it's not terrible, but it was a spoon first. What do you want? A spoon was
You
like
have to go to
a
the
shovel.
judges.
Right.
Wait. So a fork has 4, but a fork could have 3. And Chatsy, or according to
A
Majewski,
spork is really...
a fork could also have. I mean,
Listen, I don't make the rules, I just play by. All right, which came first? The ice cream cone or sliced bread? Greg?
It's got to be sliced bread.
Sliced bread.
I would
Josh?
assume the same. Sliced bread.
Jimmy?
Ice cream cone.
you know what? I'm just gonna play ice cream. I'm gonna go ice cream cone.
I gotta tell you, in 1904, the ice cream cone made its debut at the World's Fair, and sliced bread didn't start until 1928. That's when sliced bread hit the shelves. You know, listen, I don't make the rules.
But Chats, what is the greatest thing since sliced bread?
That's what I mean. So it really should be the greatest thing since the ice cream cone.
Yeah.
Is really what you should think, right? I'm gonna change
the ice
that.
cream cone is way better.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, what is this? The best thing since the ice cream cone is what you really need to be saying, right? I gotta tell you, I like that. All right, we're gonna jump right into. We gotta jump right into the best segment of all segments. Are you guys ready? That was pretty good. The which came first. I gotta tell you, I really like the way you handled that. All right, Josh, Greg, are you ready?
Ready.
All right.
Do this.
All right, we're Baskin Robbins in Livingston, New Jersey. Livingston, New Jersey, Jimmy's favorite place. He loves New Jersey. Josh, I know you live in New Jersey, so you've got a special place. Greg, you've never been to New Jersey. It's next to New York, by the way. Okay, we're at Baskin Robbins. We're going to get a double scoop ice cream cone, okay? How much does a double scoop ice cream cone cost? Jimmy, please give me your response. By the way, last week, Jimmy, I asked him about a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts, $48. Yeah, obviously he lost that one. He's like, $48. Where the hell are you having donuts, Jim?
I guess $23. I was thinking a little less than $2 a donut. I was wrong. Now Jack's shaming me.
Just a little.
I've used that so many times. Like, Jimmy thinks donuts like $4 each.
$2 anyway,
You get a
I'm gonna go-
discount.
All right, what do you think, Jimbo? How much a double scoop? Jimmy, you get a
$5.70.
triple scoop, so you don't really know what the double is.
Double scoop, $5.75.
$5.75. I'm locking in $5.75 for
dude.
Jimmy. By the way, you can't go over. You know, if you go over, you lose.
Yeah. But I was guessing 579.
Oh, you got to talk to Greg about the good guess together. Or you want to? All right, go separate. Go separate. Go separate. Go ahead. Jimmy's in $5.75. This is a podcast. We are
579
live.
for me.
$5.79. Wow, you're really.
Where I thought it was going to be. I didn't know.
All right, Greg. Greg is going to go. He's going to go. Price is Right strategy.
I'm gonna say
1 penny. Bob.
it should be $4.99.
Should be $4.99. So Greg, with his hat on and his pricing, he said, if that was my franchise in Livingston, it's $4.99. I got to tell you, Gregg is really the master. He really does know. It's 5:49. 5:49. So Josh and Jimmy went over, and that gets a. Because you go over, you lose, you lose. Yeah, 5:49. So Gregg wins it all. Big, fabulous prizes. I gotta tell you,
if we were playing closest to the pin, this guy won.
Yeah,
it was an over strategy. I knew it had to be. I mean, think about how expensive it is. I mean, it's expensive.
I was the guy that was closest. I know.
You can buy a pint. You can buy a pint for that, right?
In the grocery store.
You can buy a whole pint.
Crappy.
Buy a thing of cones, and you can buy a pint of Haagen-Dazs. That's some delicious.
Haagen-Dazs.
You can pay $6.
That's more.
Well,
yes.
Tax, tip, gratuity, all the other stuff in there.
That would be more.
All right, we got to jump into the branded quickfire right now. We got to jump into the branded quickfire. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? I don't know how we're going to play this, but we're going to try. We've never done this with this many people in the studio.
Well, I don't guess. It's just
right,
Josh and Josh and Gregg. Just two.
Oh, so I can do this,
Jimmy? You want to ask Josh and Gregg each the same question and answer, or are we going to go 5 for Josh, 5 for Gregg?
I don't know. What do you want to do, Jimmy?
Josh, it's the same. I want to know what the answers are.
Okay, rotate. Are the same? The same. Okay. What's the last thing you've Googled, Gregg Majewski?
Big Chicken News.
Oh, Josh. Hey, don't. This is a family show. Don't go.
New Jersey train times. I had to come into the office today. New Jersey transit train times.
All right. Gregg, what's the most used app on your phone?
Waze.
Josh.
My email app.
What's your email app? Tell us what it is.
It's like the DS email app.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
It doesn't count? Then it would be LinkedIn. Or Wordle.
Wait, you're doing LinkedIn or Wordle? Like one is like you're doing nothing, and the other actually maybe like considering working.
We'll go LinkedIn.
I feel like I do Wordle or LinkedIn.
Yeah.
How long does it take you to do Wordle? That you're on it?
Yeah. I'm on Wordle 24/7. I love it.
I'm on it every day.
It's not like X. It's like I get my news from Wordle. Jimmy, I apologize for this. All right, Gregg, you travel like ridiculous amount. I mean, you have people like literally come to your house from American Airlines and carry you to the airplane. They like literally carry you. What do you like? You like airline loyalty or hotel loyalty? I mean, you got them all. What's your favorite?
Best airlines in the world, American Airlines, by far the one that I care about.
And hotel loyalty doesn't do shit for you?
I mean it does.
And what's your favorite? What do you got?
Marriott.
But
I get highest status on Hilton with the American one.
Look at this guy. I mean, honestly, he needs to be traveling so much more with this big chicken thing now. Forget about it. All right, Josh?
For me, I like airline more, even though United is equally as delayed no matter what level I am.
Yeah.
And
how did you find out of Newark?
United lost my ass. They suck.
That's why Jimmy moved from New Jersey to New York, because he didn't like Newark Airport.
United still, we love to fly it at shows, right? They need to prove that to me.
United, we fly, you know.
Segment is definitely not sponsored by United.
So what do you like? What do you like? Airlines or hotel?
No, I prefer the airline loyalty, but it's I don't love the airline. And then hotel, I'm not a Marriott guy.
It's a Marriott.
Envoy. Call us.
Well, you know, Delta's ready when I am. That's all I know. When I'm ready, Delta's there.
From New York, it's
Delta is. All right, if you had to challenge Jimmy or I to a go-kart race, what are your better odds of beating a go-kart race?
Chats, do you know how to drive? I don't know
how to drive.
Regardless,
you know how
Jimmy.
to drive.
Better odds of beating
Do I know how to drive? Are you out of your mind? I drive everywhere. You drove with me. I'm driving everywhere.
Oh, that's right.
We went down to Pets. I drive everywhere. Jimmy doesn't know how to drive.
Yeah, Jimmy definitely doesn't know how to drive.
Barbara drives everywhere. Jimmy doesn't drive anywhere.
Better odds, Jimmy.
Better odds of beating Jimmy. Jimmy doesn't
drive.
Yeah,
he sits in the car and Barbara drives everywhere.
Yeah.
Jimmy gets on a subway.
I agree completely with Gregg and Josh on that one.
That one I win, and I never win.
I think that was a setup in your favor. In my household, Barbara is the driver. I'm in the passenger seat, and our young daughter got in a discussion or a disagreement over the daddy seat and the mommy seat. And one family was like, no, the daddy seat's the driver. And Sylvie's like, no, the daddy seat's the passenger. The fact is, both are true. In our family, the mama is the driver.
No, also, you just sit in the wrong seat.
Yes.
I've got one more question. The last question, which is
how we ended up with a British car.
This is the best question. Gregg, what is your Uber rating?
4.95 again.
Can you show that to us? And Josh, we'd like to see your Uber rating.
My phone is in the office.
Oh, good Lord. How convenient. Jimmy, how you doing on
and
Uber rating?
And it's only down because of you.
Everyone blames me. By the way, my Uber rating has gone down. What's your Uber rating?
I'm pulling it up. I don't know. Why are you so obsessed with this?
Because I had a
I'm down to a 4.8. No, you would
forever.
never 4.99. No one's a 4.99. I'm a 4.80 right now and verified.
I'm a 4.85.
Jimmy, what are you sitting at now? 4.85?
4.85, right
not
there.
Bad, not bad.
I'm 4.86, and it's improving. My Uber rating, Greg, to your point, it took a hit when I was picking up Schatz, my Uber account, and he's barking at the driver, giving instructions, yelling, and scolding, and I'm like, Schatz, it's my Uber. You can't scold the driver.
They shake the driver's seat when they're in it to get me a lower one.
All right, well, listen. All right, that was my last one, the Uber rating. We'll see. After this, we're at the end of the year, after we've traveled a tremendous amount, let's see where our Uber ratings stand. I'm going to work really hard to try and get mine up. All right, Jimbo, take us home. I got to tell you, I'm exhausted. I'm sweating.
I'm taking us home, and it wasn't lost on me. Even this moment, Mr. Halpern is enjoying a delicious PepsiCo product story, and we couldn't get Gregg to take a beverage from the Pepsi machine that we have. But I'm just observing, noticing. Listen,
we'll
Gregg,
get him. We'll get him over. We'll get him.
It's all right. Hugh, and we're going to call you about Craveworthy. Listen, Josh and Gregg, sincerely, thank you for doing this. Thanks for having some fun with us. But also, thanks for coming to New York, spending the time, doing the show, because we're really excited about
Greg has an office here, Jimmy. He's really always here.
Yes, well, he's here a lot. Yes, well, he's here monthly, but really excited that you guys came to do the show with us so that we could celebrate. And it really is that. We know the work is going to be intense, but we're super excited to see Craveworthy Brands and Big Chicken come together, and we're really enthusiastic about what's coming next. If anyone wants to get in touch with Gregg or Josh, you can email the podcast team at podcast@brandedstrategic.com. We'd be happy to make the connection, and I'm going to pass it back to my boy,
Jimmy.
Yes.
Before we go, just a reminder, please text or send LinkedIn messages to Jeff Alexander congratulating him on his silver plate, and text or email Shatsy the word maniacal.
Can't get better than that. Shatsy, close us out, sir.
I'm going to close us out right now. But first, Jimmy, we'll do one thing. I got to do one thing.
Sometimes you wanna go wherever
I got to put on a little music because we have friends here, right?
You got friends.
Hello? 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 Can anybody hear this?
Can you hear me now? The answer is no.
Hello? Hello? I'm trying to make a phone call here. Hello?
Jeff.
Jeff, are you there? Wait, we can't hear. Jeff, can you hear us?
Yes, we hear him.
I hear him.
All right.
I hear him.
Hey, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Jeff, you're live on the Hospitality Hangout, a hospitality podcast focused on innovation.
I don't know. Hang on a second.
He just hung up on him.
Wait, I think he's back. Jeff, can you hear us? Jeff, can you hear us? I think I got to turn that off. Turn this. Jeff, can you hear us?
Yes.
Well, there he is.
Yes.
Jeff is here. Jeff Alexander, we have you on the podcast live right now, Jeff.
Sure. There you are again.
Yeah, Jeff, you're live. You're with Josh Halpern and Gregg Majewski. We just wanted to congratulate you on the big silver plate nomination.
Yeah, Jeff.
Not nomination, award.
Yeah, he
Award.
won.
He won it.
Wait, so you won it? Are you sure you
He won the silver plate, and we'll find out in May if he's the gold plate.
Right.
I'm nominated for a gold.
I thought that that we have to go to Chicago to see
find out
what
if he
happens.
gets
See if he gets the
one.
gold
Go to
plate.
Chicago to see who wins the gold.
Are you sure about this, dude?
Jeff, big congrats, brother. We love you.
So should we ask people to vote for you, or they've already voted and you won?
I think you need to rewind this podcast and start over.
Oh, so you're a winner.
He is a winner.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We
not
have to
only do
back
we
the
have
truck up.
so I gotta be honest. So we have with us silver plate winner.
Correct.
We've never had a silver plate winner.
Oh, you had Perry.
Oh, Jeff, we've had silver plate winners before, so you're really, I don't even know why I called you. This is really not that big of a deal.
But
Yeah.
someone this young.
Yeah, you're not even that big of a deal. I thought that you were like the first Oscar kind of guy. No. All right, we had Perry on.
Listen, I I really appreciate you calling me when I'm in.
Aren't you in LA?
3 hours behind you.
Yeah, but I knew you were in LA and you'd pick up because it was early.
Hey, he's laying in bed answering emails right now.
All right, we just wanted to say congratulations
Well, it's very nice of you.
on the silver plate winner. So do I have to go to Chicago, or you already? Because they didn't give you. I was there in Kansas. They didn't give you anything.
No, they give it to me on the Friday night before.
Oh, so that's how they
And
make you
then
go back.
Saturday night, we find out who the gold is.
All right. Well, there you go. All right. Listen, Jimmy's got to go. He's got a big phone call to make. We just wanted to say congratulations, Jeff. Thank you for.
I'm sure Jimmy's calling the gold plate winner.
No, I gotta go sell tables. I gotta sell 100 tables to this award ceremony. Now that I know that you're a winner, it's gonna be easy for me. All right, thanks, Jeff. Go back to sleep, buddy.
Get out, guys. Thank you.
Bye, buddy.
Jeff.
All right, that was Jeff Alexander, gold silver plate winner. Never had that before. All right, Jimmy, now you can take us home because we gotta go.
All right. Again, I want to thank Josh and Gregg for doing this. We're really excited about what's coming next for your two terrific companies coming together. This truly is better together. It takes a village. Shatsy, close us out, please.
All right, man. Listen, everybody, thank you. If you haven't checked this out, at Hospitality Hangout on YouTube. If you haven't read the newsletter, hospitalityheadline.com, check it out. It comes every Saturday. And I got to tell you, our next guest is, I have no idea, but it's going to be a doozy. We don't know. It's going to be a doozy. It's going to be someone big. It's going to be someone famous, but not more famous than these two. Cheers, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.